What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Scoop with Coop. I'm Coop. How y'all doing out there? Are you staying warm? Because it's gotten a little cold up here in Atlanta. But anyway, let's see. First, I want to start off by saying rest in peace to Natina Reed. She's from the group Black. Remember the group Black? You know the song? Boom, knocking it away. Something, figure eight. Something like that. But she was the rapper of the group. And she also played in Bring It On, the first one. She was struck by a car this past weekend here in Atlanta, and she died from, the injuries from that. And she left behind a 10-year-old son that I found out that she had from the rapper Corrupt that used to be with Snoop Dogg. I didn't know that. But, yeah, so rest in peace to her. My prayers go out to her and her family. Well, my prayers go out to her family. There was quite a few birthdays this past weekend and this week. The first one, I want to say happy birthday to Gabrielle Union. She just turned 40. She does not look like she's 40, which is a good thing. Next is Tracy Ellis Ross. She also turned 40, which I thought she was older than that. I'm just saying. Okay. Who else? Toya Wright, Antonia used to be Carter, now is Wright. She's married to Memphis. Hey baby, it's your birthday. Let me stop. I just love the way she said baby. I love her accent altogether. But she turned 29, and if you follow her on Instagram or Twitter, well, really Instagram, the girl celebrated for like 5 days for her birthday. I mean, that's how you do it, If you got it, go ahead. She celebrated in Miami, here. I think she even celebrated in New Orleans. You go, girl. So she turned 29. And on yesterday, which was Tuesday, Nia Long turned 42. Now, that woman does not look like she is 42. Nia Long looks good. Her skin, she always had that nice glowy look to her. And she turned 42 on Tuesday. Who would have thought that Nia Long was 42? So those are the birthdays. So happy birthday to all of you guys. Not like they're going to watch this, but just in case. Happy birthday to you guys. I want to send all my prayers and condolences to everyone that was affected by hurricane, or they're saying superstorm Sandy. People that lost families, people that lost their homes. I seen the pictures and it just looked like chaos. I mean, water was everywhere. It was just sad. People, of course, lost their homes and everything. They estimate that it's the cost is going to be like $50 billion to get everything back together, from businesses and homes. So my prayers go out to everyone in the northeastern region. New York, New Jersey, Virginia. They even say Canada was affected as well. I saw that the death toll was about to 110. So my prayers go out to everyone that was affected by Hurricane or Superstorm Sandy. And also, speaking of Sandy, our president, he was like, bump politics, bump campaigning. We worried about the people that was affected by the storm. That's why he is getting my vote. Did you hear that Queen Latifah is going to have a talk show in 2013? Everybody, since Oprah's off, everybody is trying to come for that spot. Steve Harvey has a talk show, which I watch his talk show. Of course, he's a comedian, so his show is more comedic. It's not very serious, but still you learn from his shows. So I watch Steve Harvey. He talks about, of course, dating. Of course, his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. He helped men with the way they dress. He just does all kind of topics. But, you know, he going to put his comedic twist to it. But so, of course, Ellen still has her show, which is funny. Who else is? Ricky Lake came back, I think. So everybody is coming back with it, you know, coming out with the talk show. But wait a minute, did Queen Latifah have a talk show back in the day? I think Queen Latifah did have a talk show back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. I think she did. But yeah, she's coming out with the show in 2013. So congratulations to her. I hope, you know, her show works out for her. So congratulations. Lil Wayne. I am a Lil Wayne fan, and this past week or weekend, he had 2 seizures. Okay, now look at me trying to be the doctor now, but I watched Dr. Drew Rehab or whatever, who was Celebrity Rehab, and he says, sometimes he says when someone is going through withdrawal, they have seizures, or sometimes if they have too much of something, they have seizures. So I don't know if he's trying to get off of, you know, his little mixture, styrofoam cup mixture drink, or if he's had a little bit too much, because we all know that Lil Wayne has a styrofoam cup in his hand most of the time, majority of the time. So he has 2 seizures. He tweeted that he thanked everyone for the prayers, but he's doing fine. So he needs to, you know, that's no joke. One of my friends, one of my sorority sisters died from a seizure. That is no joke. So he needs to get that. He needs to get that together. So, all right, Lil Wayne, come on now. So let's get it together. Our prayers go out to Lil Wayne. Most of you don't know, if you're a Real Housewife of Atlanta fan like I am, it comes on this Sunday, which is November, or is it this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday, November 4th. And so this past Sunday, they had a Real Housewives of Atlanta hairstylist tells all, which was Derek J and Miss Lawrence. All right, so, you know, it was funny. One of my friends, she said it looked like black men on film, which it did look like black men on film. But one of the things that Miss Lawrence was talking about, and Derek J, they was talking about Candy and Kim, you know, the little beef they had with Kim not giving Candy her money. So Miss Lawrence kind of hinted that, you know, Candy ain't give him his money. So from the song Closet Freak, you know, I'm not your closet freak, I'm thump 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 thump. But he said that, you know, he didn't get his money from Closet Freak. And Derek J was like, you know, that's my friend, you know, what's the tea, girl? Tell what's going on. He was like, no. He was like, I don't have no beef with Candy, but, you know, I never got any money from that. So, of course, Candy got word of this, or she may have been watching the show. And, of course, like every celebrity, this is their outlet, she went to Twitter. So she said, Closet Freak didn't sell that many copies. So whatever copies they sold, the money from that had to go to the producers, and for her to recoup back from the money she paid for studio time. So after that, there was no money. Yeah. So that was that. You know, they said they all good. So, you know, you don't want to sometimes you don't do business with your friends, because stuff like this happen and it ruins the friendship, and you beefing and you're tweefing and all this kind of stuff. So I hope they hashed that out, which they said it was good. I hope they are good for real. So don't forget, Housewives of Atlanta come on this Sunday. Also, Black Girls Rock come on this Sunday, which I will be reviewing that. I may just record Housewives and watch Black Girls Rock. So yes, that's that. Behind the Music is back. And they did Toni Braxton this time. And I'm a huge fan of Toni Braxton. And the show kind of cleared up a lot of stuff people were saying about her, especially about her bankruptcies. But let's start from the beginning. Of course, we all know they were preacher's kids, PKs. And they sung, that she said Miss Evelyn had them singing all the time, practicing all the time. But how they started singing was, Tamar, of course, when she was little, she went to the bathroom and she was out of paper. So she started singing a song, somebody please bring me some paper. And they just started harmonizing. And Miss Evelyn was like, oh, yes, we are going to be a singing group. So they was doing the church, gospel singing group, singing in churches or whatever. But Toni didn't want to do that. So, secular music was not played in their house. No. So secretly, she listened to Rick James, of all people. She could have listened to, I don't know who, but Rick James, she went way out there. Rick James, we all know, was raunchy and nasty with his songs. So she was listening to Rick James. And her mama heard her and was like, no ma'am, not today. You tried it. So that was that. She went off to college, and that's when she started doing her thing, singing. So then they came with the Braxtons, which I remember the Braxtons, singing group, which they didn't do that well. But the Arista wanted her, but they didn't want the whole group. They just wanted her. And she felt bad, which I kind of felt bad for her because her and her sisters are close. So she felt bad that, she left her sisters behind. But once she got her foot in the door, she brought her sisters with her as her backup singers. And then later on, you had the Braxtons, which was Tamar, Tawanda, and Trina, because, Tracy got pregnant. So that was that. So then she talks about her first bankruptcy, which was when she got, from her contract, which the manager got on there was called it a beginner contract or a slave contract, where you making all this money and you selling all this, doing all this, but all your money goes back, studio time, wardrobe, videos, makeups, limos, all this, and she said she got less than $2,000. So she didn't have enough money to pay all her bills and stuff. So she had to file for bankruptcy. And then once she did that, people came and, they seized her house. They put her stuff up for auction, like her Grammys and American Music Awards. And it was a mess. So, of course she felt bad. Then in 98, excuse me. Every time I do these videos, my allergies want to act up. So in 98, she went on Oprah. And she said Oprah made her feel this small because she made her feel like it was her fault that, she signed this contract and she spent all the money. So one part that stuck out that Toni went in on Oprah, she was like, Oprah asked me, you have flatware. I didn't know Gucci flatware. I don't even have flatware. And Toni was like, she didn't say this then, but she said it on her Behind the Music. She said, it's not because you didn't afford it, because you didn't want to buy Gucci flatware. It's not my fault you don't got Gucci flatware. But she said she lost, respect for Oprah because she made her feel bad. And then from that interview, everybody just went in, was like, Toni spending all her money, yada, yada, yada. But that was that. But it's from the contract of L.A. Reid and Babyface, which people were saying this on Twitter. That's what happened to TLC. There was signed to LaFace Records, and they contract, they really didn't get no money. So that was the first time she went bankrupt. The second time was when she found out she had lupus, and she was doing the Vegas, the Vegas show, and because she had to drop out, she still had to play the lighting people, the flooring people, all this kind of stuff, so she had no choice but to go bankrupt. And Toni Braxton, this Behind the Music, it was really good. It really, cleared up a lot of stuff what people were saying about her bankruptcy, so they can't say, she spent her money, which she did, and she really had no choice but to go bankrupt. What else? Oh, Tamar. Tamar was extra in the little clips they were showing of them singing. She was extra back then. So this is nothing new. I'm thinking she just not acting like this because, you know, she got money now because she with Vince. But no, Tamar, that's my girl, but she was extra then. She's still extra now. But what else they said? She said she talked about her marriage. I didn't know her husband was in mint condition. That was news to me. So I thought he was just like a producer or something. But he was in mint condition. She talked about her son having autism, Diesel, one of them, but having autism. But now she's like, you know, one of the speakers for autism, or Autism Speaks and stuff like that. But she has her health under control now. I want her to come back with another album, another CD. Yeah, so that's that. I'm you know, glad she cleared some stuff up for her fans, because and other naysayers saying she spent all her money. But and now, you know, she feels good now because of Braxton Family Values, because if it wasn't for Toni Braxton, I don't know if we would watch Braxton Family Values, because that's what started us watching, like, oh, Toni Braxton coming out with her family. So of course we watched it and we love the different people now, because I love all the sisters. They give me a key, especially Tamar and especially Trina. Yeah, so that was that. That's all the scoop for today. Be looking out for my review of the Houstons that comes on tonight, and also Black Girls Rock. Be looking out for that. And I think I'm also going to review Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please rate, please comment, thumbs up the video. Follow me on Twitter at ScoopWithCoop, and also Instagram at ScoopWithCoop. And I hope everyone have a nice day or nice night, whichever time you're watching this. And God bless. Bye-bye.